All right, boys and girls, I am joining you now to talk about our alpha friends. Our class does this very funny thing, and you guys will see it probably, I don't know when, but you'll see it during the alpha friends, where we kind of have a surprise factor during all of these letters because it does get kind of long. So the first letter that we have right now, let's see if I can get this rolling, is Andy Apple. And I'm going to do my very best to hold it up the right way and be able to do the sign language hand motions too. So this is Andy Apple. Andy Apple. A says ah. A says ah. Okay. This is Benny Bear. Benny Bear. B says B. B says B. Callie Cat. Callie Cat. C says K. C says K. And when we're doing these type of things like the alpha friends, we want to make sure that we say the exact sound that the letter makes. So we're not going to say K, we're going to say K, and we're going to have that stop at the end of the sound because it's not a K, at, it's a K, at. Ready? Dudley Duck, Dudley Duck. D says D. D says D. And I didn't realize how super embarrassing all of my facial expressions were when I am doing all of these alpha friends. I try to mimic them and do the very best I can, but it's so funny to see that it is, to see myself doing it. I think the kids like it, but oh man, what a surprise. Edna Elephant, Edna Elephant. E says eh. E says eh. Fifi Fish, Fifi Fish. F says F. F says F. Now what's important too is this is going to be mirrored backwards. So it's kind of tricky when I do it to the kids. I try to make sure that they can see what I'm doing. So it's backwards to me, but the right way to the children. And I'm thinking that this is going to be the opposite way. I can't tell right this second while I'm recording. Maybe when I get more tech savvy, I will do that. But for now, this is what we will get. Ready? And this is like this. And you go, Gertie Goose, Gertie Goose. G says G. G says G. Hattie Horse, Hattie Horse. H says H says Iggy Iguana, Iggy Iguana. I says I. I says I. And when we've been doing this in our classroom, we have been standing up for the vowels because the vowels are special and they have two sounds. They have their long sound, such as I, and they have their short sound, which is I. And the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, but we're going to stick to the main five while we talk about our alpha friends. So if your kindergartner wants to stand up and stretch it, the long sound for the letter I is I, such as ice cream, and the short sound is I, such as iguana. Jumping Jill, Jumping Jill. J says J. J says J. Ready? This is my favorite one. Goes like this, and they bounce, and they go, Keely Kangaroo, Keely Kangaroo. K says K. K says K. And at the end of a word, the letter K always has a buddy. And I'm hoping your kindergartners can remember that, but the buddy that goes with the letter K is the letter C. So at the end of a word, such as the word duck, luck, sock, it always ends with a CK at the end of the word, and it always makes one sound, and that is always K. Well, always. In kindergarten, always. Larry lion, Larry lion. L says oh. L says oh. We always do it 2 times in our class because I want to make sure that if a kiddo is just listening or if they get a little bit tricked, they have that chance to hear it and do it right the second time. I want to make sure that they always have that chance to perfect and make those corrections because that's what good readers, writers, and learners do, is they try or they listen and they take the time to absorb the information, and then I want them to produce it on their own. So doing it 2 times gives them that opportunity to really work at it by themselves without me having to say, oh, stop, do that right the second time. It gives them the chance to do that self-correction and to really hold themselves accountable for their learning in their brains. I really like it, and I think the kindergartners appreciate the ability to correct themselves. I want to say like the lax type of learning where they don't feel like they have to get it right and they have to be like this the entire time. That's just not fair. You know, we slip up when we make mistakes, but giving them the chance to correct it is always kind of a really self-motivating thing. This is our favorite one. Well, my favorite one, all the kindergartners do it. We go like this and we squeak. We go, me, mouse, me, mouse. M says, M says, Ready? Nile noodle, Nile noodle. N says, N says, Not n, like oodle. This is Aussie octopus, and so it goes like this, and they have their little hands on top, but I'm going to hold this, so I think they should be able to show you what it looks like. Ready? Aussie octopus, Aussie octopus. O says ah, O says ah, or it says oh, like in the word boat, and that's the long sound, and the ah sound like in October is short. This is another one of our favorites. We get pretty animated with this. Peppa Pig is pretty stinky, so we make like kind of a yuck face and we wipe, get it away. Ready? Peppa Pig, Peppa Pig. P says P. P says P. Ready? Queenie, queen, Queenie, queen. Q says qua. Q says qua. Reggie Rooster, Reggie Rooster. R says R says not like rooster. Sammy Seal, Sammy Seal. S says S, S says S. Like this. Tiggy tiger, Tiggy tiger. T says T, T says T. Ready? This one goes like this, and it goes be umbrella, be umbrella. U says U says and in this is also a vowel, A-E-I-O. U, and U says for the short sound or U for the long sound. And I use the word cute for an example because it's cute or cut. There's the surprise factor. Our kiddos love to see this, and I'm not exactly totally sure why, but this happened. I made a mistake and I put it in there, and then every time all the kiddos are just watching for that big number 10 with all the silly dots. So I will put it back in there. We will keep the tradition rolling. It breaks it up a little bit and it's hilarious. So, there it is. It did not go away. Here we go. Vinny volcano, Vinny volcano. V says V, V says V. Yeah, that one I think. Willy worm, Willy worm. W says what. W says what. Mr. X-ray, Mr. X-ray. X says X. X says X. And you want to hear that hiss out of the teeth when you say the X sound. Yada, yo, yo. Yada, yo, yo. Y says ya. Y says ya. Ready? Zelda, zebra, Zelda, zebra. Z says Z. Z says Z. And you make the Z with your fingers. I hope it turns out the right way on the webcam, but who knows at this point, right? Like running on craziness. Okay, those are ABCs. We totally rocked it. A challenge that your kiddos could learn or could practice is doing the ABCs in sign language. So I think that would look like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. That would be a fun thing to do, and they can always practice that, and they can watch that video over and over and over again. But those are our Alpha Friends, and we try to do those typically daily, but sometimes we just don't get there. I love doing them, and the kiddos like doing them. It has the kinetic factor where they're moving their bodies. It has the sign language factor where they're learning something totally new, and it has that ability for them to correct themselves and really think about the sounds that each letter makes. I really love them, and that's something that most of the kindergarten classes do at Evergreen. So stay tuned for that. You guys can log in and do the Alpha Friends whenever you would like. The next lesson that I will load for today is going to be our phonics, and that is going to be also letter sounds and letter names, but sight words, reading sentences, and what makes a sentence the good sentence, and then kind of a challenge for you to do throughout the day so that you can keep busy and keep working hard. Anyways, boys and girls, thank you for joining me for Alpha Friends, and I will talk to you again so soon. Do not forget to message us on, or me, I guess, me and Mrs. R, on our private Facebook page, and keep the communication rolling, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.